It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Give to the back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
To the air, it's Glenn. He's got him in the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire plate.
It just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Glenn. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Carr. With the catch, it's Williams. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a catch at the 20. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Finding an escape route. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
To the air, it's Glenn. Under fire. It's complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man, it's Glenn. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. His drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Going right to work up top. Looking to buy time. On the move, he fires. Working on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown! Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll pick off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Taking it the other way. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Glenn. He's going for a big play downfield. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
To the air. It's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes, as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done, and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's got it. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw again. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. And the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes a pass to Marker. Speeding down the left side. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Irish. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by 11 to Memphis. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Got room on the return. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Glenn. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
One more play to pad the stats. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.